2, so we should be live. I'm gonna refresh the page. A voice in my head! No! We should be re-live, and I should sound fine. Joan, can you test this?
Hello, hello. Test what?
If I sound
This might sound good.
If I sound loud enough.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Round 2.
Do you sound loud enough?
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Oh, Fennec said that they can hear everyone fine.
Find out quicker.
Just quiet, children.
Yeah.
Shush. I need to hear you. Please be quiet. Okay, so you sound good.
Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to DBM Cast. Sorry about those technical difficulties. Sorry about the technical difficulties from last week. As I quickly explained before, we are doing this kind of as a mini bonus cast because we're all pretty busy this weekend. Pin's not here because Pin, I think, is just working from just like 8 in the morning till like 8 in the night. So
It's never finished.
there was no way we were getting Pin on. But the 3 unemployed people, hell yeah, we're able to go on.
Hell yeah, we're here.
But today we're going to be debating.
And I'd like to say, because it's like such a quick turnaround, don't expect like the top tier. Don't expect like top tier research.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm going to say a lot of very interesting things. I don't have scans at the ready. If there's anything we truly need, me and Saul can grab scans. Saul probably actually does have scans from his sources.
I have some scans.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when we're talking. We might not have the scans. You just have to trust us today.
If True needs, I can search stuff up while he talks, I guess.
Yeah.
And as I talk to it.
For one, I'm just going to say, next cast will be Beetlejuice versus the Ghostbusters. That will still happen. Don't worry about it. It just won't be our October cast. We'll probably end up having it. When would the next cast be? Oh, it'd be the week
November.
The week of Halloween. So we'll have that cast the week
This
of
is Halloween.
Apart from that, no. But today we're going to be debating Agent Jones from Fortnite. Fortnite! You all love Fortnite.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Booster Gold.
I just
everyone's
I
favorite.
couldn't last.
Okay, stop. And Booster Gold, everyone's favorite character.
Everybody's favorite death battle character.
Yeah. We should, I guess we should start with...
Today we're going to be having Booster Gold from Fortnite, as Saul said, versus... Wait. Wait.
I don't think he's in Fortnite chat. I just don't think that's true.
I may have messed up my wording.
We're gonna start with we'll just start with you, True. Who is Agent Jones? And explain it in Fortnite terms.
Okay, well I literally just by talking will explain it for you. So basically there's these tryhard sweats known as the IO who were cranking 90s and double pumping all over reality. They were they captured the 0 point, which is like a Fortnite hacker. It controls the Omniverse type shit. Then, of course, because they have all this power and control, the world is not safe. The multiverse is just not safe. So, for Jones to keep his really cool family alive, to make sure they don't get one pumped and head tapped, he has to work with the IO. Unfortunately, the IO are a bunch of lazy bums who don't do their jobs. So he defected, met up with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a group called The Seven, not to be confused with The Seven from The Boys. But yeah, so he met up with them, and they fight in an omniversal war to keep reality safe against Geno. Whenever they decide he should come back to the plot, yeah, they kind of killed him, and now he's gone. Then Jones, recently he's came back into the story full force. He's fought the Society, which is like an underground group. He's fought literal Greek gods. Yeah, we don't live in a society. He's fought Greek gods. He's fought motherfuckers on crack, on like literally fighting Kanye West, like Nas. Like they're literally using nitro. They're using nitro. So yeah, fighting Kanye West type shit. And then finally fighting literal Doctor Doom. Just straight, like Marvel Herald. Which he has done on multiple occasions. So yeah, he's fucking crazy.
The Galactus incident.
Was that the Galactus of 87?
Are you ready for...
Okay, Saul.
Okay,
Saul, you may now yap.
Michael John Carter, that is his real name, was born in the future. He was a pretty...
Little bro was born in 2024.
He was a amazing person who everybody surely liked, right? No, he was egotistical and everybody hated him. But he did have a silver tongue. And was kind of a self-promoter. Imagine time-traveling Logan Paul. Because yes, he did travel through time.
Time, huh?
How did he travel through time? He went into a museum, which he had a part-time job as, and stole a bunch of equipment. Because he was like, wow, I really love the 20th century. I kind of want to go back there. So he stole gauntlets, belt, a bunch of just crap that he could use to go back into the past. And he took up the alias Booster Gold. Now, as Booster Gold, he was still kind of a dick, and no hero really took a liking to him. Apart from one, a certain Blue Beetle. Not the Blue Beetle that most people know, the kind of young one, but the one before him, Ted Cod, who is the nerdy kind of... Think of it as like, you have Hank Pym Ant-Man, and then you have Scott Lang.
That Blue Beetle, if I remember correctly, was like, it didn't even have a scarab.
Yeah, he was just kind of a guy with a bunch of tech. But anyway, through different adventures...
Yeah, he was Batman.
Through different adventures and many different outings with the Justice League, he eventually turned his kind of almost criminal ways around because he was a dick, and also he stole Time Gear. That's kind of fucked up. To become the notorious Brewsterific Gold, who everybody loves, and you might have already seen him on the Death Battle episode, where he rocked Cable's shit in, and he's going to do the same to Jonesy with all of his gear, because Death Battle didn't even get into what Booster Gold can really do, because he is fucking insane. Jim, that's our intro's done. What you want to know about who?
Okay. Thank you. First of all, thank you too for elaborating on these character stories. Now, I would like to hear what their stats are, because I think equipment is where they're really going to shine, I think.
Stat.
Who do you want to go first?
Alright, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, but I say either one of you can go. I don't really care.
I'll go first. So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and start with he can blow up buildings, airstrikes, you know. No, Jonesy kind of hangs around Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, aka the Foundation, who loopers can fight in kind of a boss form. He should, just before, because people are going to talk about this, there is a thing about the loop depowering people. This is true. This is true. This is stated in one of the comics with Batman. This is something the loop does. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect a lot of the Herald scaling.
The loop
even
only has like a certain
before
threshold.
The Foundation would have... Yeah, like, when you beat... So basically how the loop works, there's level 1, where you can't talk, you just kind of shoot people mindlessly. And you lose your memories. Then there's 2, you have memories, you can talk, and I believe you also get a lot of your power back. Specifically for some of the characters like Thor, there's a statement where he was just fighting like regular Thor. This is, by the way, 616 Thor. Before anybody says, it's not canon. No. Thank you, Donny Cates. That is 616 Thor. It is stated to be 616 Thor. That is the Herald of Galactus. And that is also 616 Galactus, 616 She-Hulk, 616 Iron Man, everyone you know and love. Who, to say the least, characters in Fortnite are not helpless against. But again, let's keep the Marvel scaling away for a second. Basically, you can fight as a looper, a weak little looper, the Foundation, and Jonesy could take plenty of hits from the Foundation when he was bloodlusted and had no reason to trust Jones. And literally moments later, after Jones took these hits, the Foundation kind of held together the 0 point. What's the 0 point? It is the omniversal hub that holds the Fortnite multiverse, which I believe is stated to be infinite, from the Foundation, together. So that's already multi-plus. And basically what happened is Foundation, he's like, oh shit, the 0 point, it's about to expose itself, this isn't good. punches it a bunch. He makes it bloom. What that means, we don't know, but he basically makes... It looks really cool. The main thing is he was able to be inside of the 0 point, hold it together, and then create the spider around it, which was a POI for one of the worst Fortnite seasons of all time.
Which one did it cause?
This is just looking at Fortnite.
Was it, which
What
season
did
did
it
it cause?
If I could,
Chapter 2, Season 6.
Right, okay, fair
if
enough.
I could
agree.
mention something as well.
Yeah, go on.
If I remember correctly, in Fortnite, there are just like NPCs who talk and stuff. Like you can you
Yes.
can just go to the underworld and talk with Mephisto and make a deal with him.
Yeah, Mephisto's just chilling on the island. He's with powers, of course, which, you know,
Yeah.
if he was in the loop, he would not have.
Yeah, bro was
He would
just
not be
yapping.
able to resurrect. Yeah, he just sits on his throne and he can reboot your whole team for 99 health. He's cool. Getting back on track. Also, again, this is just baseline multi-plus. I'm not gonna argue boundless Fortnite, but in the Fortnite canon, items from the game, such as the Durburger head, tomato head, have ended up in deserts and YouTubers' backyards.
It might be in your backyard
Just
after
straight
the
up.
cast.
Yeah, I might have a Durburger in my backyard as we speak. I'm not going to argue boundless Fortnite, but that is the extent of the Fortnite multiverse. Our world is somewhat connected. So, it's crazy. Should Jonesy really scale to the Foundation? Hasn't been superior to Jones' regular armor. He does have insane armor. His armor is meant to counteract some of the effects of the 0 point. However, I don't think the armor itself is a real big physical amp, and again, Jonesy took hits from this armor. You, as a looper, can take out the Foundation wearing this armor. It's nothing to... It's good armor, but it's not... Most of what it does is just negates the 0 point's omniversal spreading abilities, which we will get to later.
Not to mention, like, if I remember correctly as well, whenever Goop Lady showed up, she turned it,
Herald.
like, the suit into, the Herald. She just
Herald?
turned,
Yeah.
I don't
like,
even get
all
it, like-
of the suits into Goop.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
I don't
but
even
the
wanna talk about
But the
the
fucking Herald? What kind? Okay, they should just name it the Voodoo Battle Wiki.
Yeah, they just straight up... The Herald blew up the island, but, like, nobody... It's weird to scale people to the Herald. But, just... Obviously... We all know where this is going. We've established at 616 Marvel. We've established that they're outside of the loop and, they have all this power. There's the infamous tac shotgun incident where a Jonesy variant with a tactical shotgun somewhat harmed Thor. I'm not going to harp on this one too much because to the extent of which Thor was harmed is really... Like, he didn't seem that phased. He just kind of was knocked back by a shotgun. Pretty cool, but nothing crazy. The real meat is with somebody who's weaker than the Foundation, who I've established Jones probably downscales, the Imagined, who has fought Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, and the fucking High Evolutionary. Like, just blatantly was boxing with the High Evolutionary. And even the High Evolutionary was like, you're pretty powerful. I'll kind of fuck with you. And even like Fortnite, some of the Marvel Fortnite weapons for the recent season, for example, Agent Jones, who later becomes Captain Jones, he has Captain America's shield, which blocked a blast from Doctor Doom, but it was an amped Doctor Doom with the power of Pandora's box. I'm not going to say you could fully scale Jones to that version of amped Doctor Doom, but at least the shield could block a full powered blast from Doctor Doom, amped by Pandora's box, which was brought with the Greek gods, who could summon an entire sandstorm with a statue, or the Ice King, who could literally bring an entire ice age over the entire map, which is an island. So I'm just gonna say kind of higher end Marvel Herald characters. So again, High Evolutionary, who I believe is in that high tier realm, and Thor characters. If we want to say that the powers on the island are also the same as the ones that are used by by the characters, which makes sense with the lore of that season. So to preface, we will get to the DC stuff for Booster, but I do need to set a lot of ground for Fortnite.
I'm getting my water and I'm moving stuff around. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine to listen along.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much time, but there is a lot to discuss with Fortnite scaling. So basically, the premise of Chapter 2, Season 4, which is the first fully Marvel season, the current Marvel season, is different.
No, it's the second fully Marvel season.
Yeah, it's the second one.
This is the first... Chapter 2, Season 4 was the first fully Marvel season.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
That's what I
current one.
No, the current one's
Yeah,
the
I
second.
thought you said current one.
Basically, the premise was that all of the Fortnite, or all of the Marvel Heralds, or Marvel characters, not all of them were Heralds, had lost their memories, lost their powers. The idea was that they would have to regain their powers and all of that. So, there's an argument to say that the Mjolnir inside of Fortnite and the Silver Surfer Board from Fortnite are at least comparable to their Herald counterparts. This is a bit iffier, but I already think you can scale through like the High Evolutionary, and some other, and even if you really want to go that route, the Tac Shotgun. But it's safe to say, in my opinion, I mean, Hope did damage Doom's armor. Yes, she did with that shield. But also, Hope's like the prophesized god or something.
If I could,
Hope is like the prophecy. So
if I could ask something real quick, where does DC get into this? Like with Fortnite?
The thing about the DC characters, so Superman is in Fortnite, but I believe he was supposedly depowered at the time of his season. It's like he had like the classic like loop depowered thing. Don't know how Thor resisted it. I don't know why he's like the exception to the rule here, but
he's him.
Yeah. But
He's
basically, I don't believe Superman. There wasn't even like a Superman mythic to pull from. Superman was just in the game for a season. He was like the secret skin. So there isn't much to say with Superman. With the DC comics generally, it's a bunch of low tier people. I think it's like Batman, Harley Quinn, pedophile, the Jonkler who laughs,
Not the disrespect.
Catwoman.
Who's the pedophile?
If I remember correctly, I don't know if this means anything, but if I remember correctly, he did like in his audio logs, he does mention that he brought the Flash into the universe.
That would make sense. He could have, yeah, but then I'd also assume it'd be looped Flash, and he wouldn't scale to the Flash. The thing is,
like I don't know how he did it. They don't mention it, but it was like
scale
like,
to the Flash.
We'll get to him in a second. So yeah,
but,
I guess if you want the general Fortnite placement, I think you could put Jonesy at like outer, which I think is the general consensus of like where the Marvel Heralds get.
Yeah.
I'd assume the High Evolutionary and Captain Marvel, they get to that high tier scaling.
I don't know about High
and that is where the Imagine.
Weird.
Even then, I'd say it's fine because they can tank. They could tank Mjolnir blasts. Jonesy was able to get very close to. He did miss. I'm not going to say he took the full blast from Amp to Doom.
We'll get into tech in a minute. I want to talk, Sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really quick. We're going to talk about equipment and tech and all of that after stats.
Don't think Jonesy having an audio log with dealing with Kratos. He probably did. I haven't listened to those audio logs in a while.
That wouldn't be higher than Thor.
The thing is, none of those audio logs would be higher than Thor or Captain Marvel. So, like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, okay. I remember he was getting all this bounty hunters and stuff.
Yeah, he got all the bounty hunters. You could probably argue he scales to all the bounty hunters, but literally none of them are above anyone from the Marvel season. So it doesn't matter.
Master Chief, yeah, bro, that's cool. Anyway, Thor.
Yeah. Anyway, well, now let Saul speak. So I guess just put it in your head, immeasurable outer, your general Marvel Herald stuff. And again, even without that, there was the Foundation thing. So, yeah.
Boosterific! Let's talk about Booster Gold for a minute. Now, you might have heard in the whispers, I know Booster Gold is a very contentious character to scale because he isn't technically superhuman. Oh yeah, what about Jonesy's speed feat? Yeah, immeasurable, right?
Oh.
Right, John Fortnite?
Yeah, again, it's just like keeping up with High Evolutionary. Again, if you want to go like the route of the Marvel superpowers are that of the 616 powers, which I think is a fine enough argument, if a little bit weird. The Silver Surfer surfboard, you can shoot people using the board, which outran like Space's explosion or whatever, timed explosion. I don't remember the exact feat.
Also, we did see
generally Thor scaling and all that.
Also, we did see Dr. Doom killed the Silver Surfer, I think. Like, he had the board broken.
Right.
So he might scale to that by his speed.
Okay. As True's taking a minute to step out, I'll start the talk. Now, I said Booster Gold isn't actually a superhuman, but in DC, not being a superhuman doesn't mean you don't get stupid high-tier feats. Booster Gold can regularly tag and keep up with these things called Ormacs. Ormacs are these robots that are able to match heralds such as Power Girl and Blue Beetle. The other Blue Beetle, not the loser kind of tech Blue Beetle. Oh! Where do they get? I mean, baseline. Power Girl can keep up with people who can fight alongside Superman and stuff like that, so yay! But even then, if you don't believe me with that...
Don't Scarabs. If I remember correctly, do Scarabs, don't they have some sort of beef with Green Lanterns?
Yeah, I believe. I think. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, in terms of...
I don't know if they scale, but...
In terms of more speed, Booster himself has been able to react and keep up and tag. So he's fought on par with the Flash, and he moved so fast he entered the Speed Force. You know, that little thing that only people...
What?
Yeah, he entered the Speed Force. And he's kept up...
Can't Superman not do that?
Booster Gold can, apparently. And he's also kept up...
I am...
Yeah, I'm just getting into, like, the...
Sorry.
He's kept up... He's entered... Basically, Booster Gold enters the Speed Force. But he's also kept up with another Flash. The Reverse Flash. Which should just put him into a measurable. But you know what else he's kept up with? Directly with his flight? Superman. Just Superman.
Okay, well that's not as impressive.
He's awesome. No, that's about as impressive.
That's
It's
about
so
as impressive in
measurable.
DC. Yeah. If you think about it. Okay.
So, random question. I'm sorry to cut you off in scaling, but apparently my mom wants to go to dinner. I'm not saying I leave the... I mean, I will have to. But could I quickly... Germ, you know Fortnite enough, right? Can you take over? But I will... Can I quick... Are you done with stats?
No.
You done with stats?
No.
No.
Fuck. Okay. Quickly get through AP, and then I'll go through tech, and then, I don't know, Germ will take over. Thoughts?
I can tag in, I guess.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know this was happening.
Okay, I'll just go on to AP really quickly. This motherfucker has hurt Doomsday. Just physically. He has tackled Doomsday, and Doomsday shouted in pain. That's crazy. Also, he's able to hit regular lanterns, and he's able to attack just the most powerful people in the verse. He's knocked out Guy Gardner accidentally, just like as a side effect of whatever he was doing. So that should just put him into, like, I would say also like the high tiers of DC. Like Superman's obviously getting to out-diversal and immeasurable. So I would argue they're pretty equal stats. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
Okay, quick, go into gear. You have the floor.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Again, really sorry. I didn't know this was happening. I'm genuinely very sorry. I'll just run through it quickly. Main thing to talk about is Jonesy's Rift Gun. The Rift Gun is made with a piece of the 0 point, pretty much, and it has a few capabilities. The big one is that it can spread your atoms across the Omniverse as a casual thing. Basically, the 0 point has the ability, it did it to Geno, who was the main bad guy for a bit, basically spread his atoms across the Omniverse, and this is shown to be a capability of the Rift Gun in the Among Us ripoff mode called the Imposters, where when you kill somebody, it leaves just a fragment of them. Just a literal fragment, that's all there is of them. It can also create portals, shut portals. It probably can have some other effects of the rift, of like the loop and like the 0 point, which would include like duplication, but that's not shown.
Can I ask
Obviously,
a funny...
Fortnite has a lot of just basic guns.
So there's all that. What about like the stuff like? Because obviously there's a lot of crossover. So what about like stuff like the lightsabers and the anime stuff?
Yeah. So
like, how well do they translate?
There's the. I don't think they're all, like, for example, I don't think being able to pick up a Kamehameha or a firebending scroll is equivalent to, you know, the characters. But of course you have your Kamehameha, your Deku Smash, which can go through shields, hint hint. There's the Thunder Spears, ODM gear, Spider-Man gauntlets, literally a bunch of Marvel Herald powers. You got She-Hulk's fists, Thor's Mjolnir, Thor's Stormbreaker,
with the
Captain America shield that we talked about.
Would he get the Doctor Doom gauntlets?
I think you could give him the Arcane Gauntlets from the Doombot and Doctor
Yeah.
Doom from Chapter 2, Season 4. I don't know if you can give him the Doom Island amp, which gives him like a big power of Doctor Doom and literally turns him into an avatar of Doctor Doom. Also don't think you can really... You could probably do it with the Infinity Gauntlet, but that's like MCU Thanos, so it's not that crazy. There's... So yeah, you have a bunch of different Marvel Herald abilities. You got the Silver Surfer Surfboard. You have a lot of just regular guns. You got lightsabers, which can block, throw, gives him force powers like force pull, force push. There's the Infinity Blade, which increases his HP, increases his damage, increases his amount of shield. Jonesy has 2 health bars technically. He has shield and HP. Shields can be healed with shield pots, medallions, siphon, which is like some different medallions give. Basically, when you kill something, you get HP back. There's different EMPs, such as the Shield Breaker EMP, breaks shields, shuts down technology. Solid Snake's EMP, which turns him invisible as well. There's Mysterio's invisibility medallion, where whenever Jonesy crouches, he goes invisible. There's the Reveal medallion from MF, which reveals the area around Jones. You can tell him rushing.
As soon as you mentioned the Mysterio medallion,
they're big guns.
I looked up, an odd person said, and he even has the Mysterio medallion, which even turns you invisible for 2 minutes if you're crouching and not holding a gun.
Yep, it's so bad. There's the Storm Flip, which basically creates a localized storm. But if you're near like the storm, like the Fortnite like barrier thingy that kills you if you're inside of it, it actually reverses the storm's effects. But mainly you throw it down and it gives and it like creates a storm. He has gas for World War II. He has stink bombs, stink fish. He has ways to augment his stats like speed using spicy fish, peppers. He has shockwave grenades, which can throw him across the map, bounce pads, traps, all sorts of cool stuff. There's a bunch of vehicles. There's not a lot I can get into that isn't as cool as like the Marvel powers or specific counters to invisibility and force fields. The Rift Gun has, because I know this will be an argument later, it has time properties. It can go back in time. Or basically, how the Rift Gun works, it teleports you. The 0 point is shown to have time abilities. For example, OG Fortnite season. Obviously, I'm not saying Jones get the time machine he used, because I don't think he still has that. That belonged to Kato Thorn. But he could use the Rift Gun to go across time, because he can go to different time points throughout different franchises. For example, I don't think God of War and Star Wars take place at the same time, but he was able to go to Star Wars, then to the world of God of War, happening in different time periods, and he was able to go to that time frame. So I do believe he could travel forward or back in time in this fight. So I'm sorry, I do not believe Time Ha is an effective win con. Something about the 0 point that must be noted. Whenever Jonesy travels worlds, he leaves a snapshot, which is basically a version of him, but it's a little bit different. So it could be a conspiracy theorist bunker dude, it could be a dinosaur, a cow, a flamingo, like
that's
pretty much.
Like, if I remember
every Jonesy Fortnite skin is a different version of him. The only 3 that are like the same character are Agent Jones, Vengeance Jones, Captain Jones. Those are the only 3 that are the same. Oh yeah, also building. It doesn't really matter for this fight, but yes, he can crank 90s using wood, brick, or metal, each of them with varying levels of building speed and durability. He can create armored walls on those walls. He can create traps on those walls, such as fire, just spikes. I think I've said all the big ones. I think the biggest ones to take out of this are your hollow purples, your funny anime power-ups like the Deku Smash, Kamehameha, Nimbus Cloud.
Zeus's Lightning?
Zeus's Lightning, I guess. The Hades Chain, I don't know. Obviously your Marvel Herald powers, Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, the Infinity Gauntlet.
I always got killed using it.
Yeah.
You would know.
The Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. Silver Surfer's board, Groot's healing, and also defense ball. He's got batarangs. He's got like explosive kunai from Naruto. Again, I think the biggest one, obviously, Rift Gun. Spread your atoms across the Omniverse. Pretty good Duraneg tool. Allows him to travel time and space. There was one more thing that's right. And, of course, specific counters to shields, such as stink bombs, storm flips, shield breaker EMP, though I'm actually not sure if EMPs work on boost or gold. We will find that out later, I'm assuming. And, of course, the good old Mysterio medallion.
Yeah!
He can go invisible.
Do you need to go now?
Again, along with the...
You sound like you have a heart attack.
Probably. Because I'm just... hold on, what else? Is there anything else I missed? You could probably argue, maybe... No, I don't think you could, but there's basically the railgun, which could go through builds. There's different rocket launchers and explosive types. There's also the recon fish, which is another scan along with the Emma Frost medallion. There's the radar scanner, which is a gun that shoots out a radar scan.
I'm seeing something called alien nanites.
The alien nanites, they're what the f are they gonna do, dude? Here's what an alien nanite does. You hop inside of it. It's a weird zone where you can like gravity is kind of non-existent and you can like just kind of dash around in it. Super weird stuff. If Jones dies, he can turn into like a soul zombie thing. That was like chapter 2, season 4, Fortnitemares. He can use shadow floppers and like shadow stones to kind of turn into a shadowy monster that can phase through things.
Booster gold when Jones pulls out the boombox.
The boombox, which destroys all builds. There's hop rocks, which give him like a low grav effect that works really well with shockwaves. Oh, reality augments! I almost forgot about augments. They're not that important, but basically, Jones can have 4 augments that kind of do different things, whether it be summoning healing items to him. He has a lot of very quick ones. Pizza is broken. He has slap products.
Whoa!
Slap makes him able to sprint for an indefinite amount of time, so he can just infinitely sprint. Nitro, also infinite sprint during its duration, but it also allows him to run so fast he goes on water and just juggernaut through builds. There's a medallion that just gives him infinite nitro, by the way. Ammo isn't a problem with the infinite ammo medallion. Automatic shield regen medallions. Just, Peter Griffin. Zeus's medallion, which gives you a speed and jump height boost. That's called the aspect of agility, I believe. He can just upgrade his damage with,
Would he get the mythic goldfish?
Yeah, that just does a lot of damage. It hits like a truck. There's something else. There's so much to cover. There's like the shockwave hammer, the kinetic blade, which are a bunch of movement items that can also be weapons. There's the kinetic boomerang, which is bad and nobody likes.
I found a thing called Drake's map.
Yes, that was the Nathan Drake map.
Drake's map!
He's not like us.
The fucking one piece of him.
It takes
Drake's one piece.
Takes you to the Diddy party?
Yeah.
You want the miners? You can have them. I've looked everything.
If you want to find out where the Diddy party is, use Drake's map.
I can't believe you had to leave when it was Cassie really wanted to do.
Yeah, it sucks. I didn't know my mom was planning dinner. Hopefully that is enough for y'all. Rift Eject is good. Yes, Rift Eject. Thank you for remembering Rift Eject. I appreciate that one. Basically, when he takes enough damage, Jones will automatically be rifted into the sky, and he can like fly away, pretty much. Give himself some time to heal before fighting. That should be everything.
Lego scaling, I'm pretty sure Lego scaling doesn't really matter.
No, I don't think it does, because I think Marvel Heralds.
Yeah,
I think. Alright, there's gear. I'm sorry to leave everyone.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the cast as much as I can. Okay. Thanks for having me on. I promise this is not going to be a normal thing. Remember, Agent Jones, sweep!
Bye. Jim, we're without a judge.
Yes?
What are we going to do? But Jim! Wait!
The chat.
Wait! I have a substitute judge. Welcome,
wait, what?
Welcome, Jim.
Whoa!
Wait. Yeah.
What the crap?
A substitute judge. Oh my gosh, I can hear my echo.
But okay, I turned the stream off.
You're gonna have to turn the stream off now because you're a part of the stream, Panic. Okay, I can still hear myself.
Yep.
Yup.
It's paused. I don't.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, I still hear myself. Oh. Jim, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's
I hear
this?
y'all just fine.
This is
I think my
Anyway,
this is Fennec.
who's this? This is Fennec.
Fennec from the chat.
Howdy.
Fennec from the server. Fennec has probably wanted to be on the cast for a while, but because of this is kind of Fennec has been thrusted in. I hope you kept up with all that information because it's now my turn to talk about Booster Gold's equipment. Also, good luck, Jim. This gives you time to research.
Yeah, thank you.
Booster Gold is insane. I'm just going to put it out there. So his regular power suit physically enhances himself, which is how you get stuff like the him fighting Doomsday and keeping up with the flashes and stuff. If his suit ever gets destroyed, it'll start regenerating. I'm gonna open feet. I don't know what's in feet. I'm kind of scared. That's the Fallen Devil thing. That that True One did the show. The Fallen Devil calc, if you remember. But I just want to show the instance of the suit regenerating over time. This is kind of like, it's a different look for the suit, but it is the suit, if that makes sense. Thank you, Bang, for this one. my main friend in all of this. But yeah, the suit allows it's for high tech advanced multi-combat. It augments all physical abilities and has all of his equipment. What's one of these equipments? The energy gauntlets. His main weapon are energy gauntlets. Energy gauntlets which are attached to his arms, which are fused with his suit power source, which comes from the future. Using these gauntlets, he can fire omnidirectional blasts called booster shots. These booster shots can adjust their power from just stunning someone to killing someone. It's equipment. What's one of these? That's my voice, Fennec. I can hear my voice again. He can max out these gauntlets and challenge them back into a suit in order to give himself a physical boost. Although this could end up killing him, so this is like a last resort thing. I've already mentioned how strong these are. These are strong enough to knock out people like Guy Gardner accidentally when he's not trying to like kill. So against someone like Jonesy, he's gonna have a little bit of a tough time keeping up. Jonesy, not my character. Don't get this. Don't get that wrong. They are. But yeah, they've basically just been able just to shoot a bunch of people. His next piece of equipment is his goggles, which basically allow him just to... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the suit protects from poisons. So no poison gas today. I'll just get to the biggest thing. Is Fennec's mic okay? Fennec's mic should be fine. They're just kind of playing the cast out loud accidentally at times, which is like fair enough.
Yeah.
This next...
Sorry, my laptop is like a mess.
This next equipment is his barriers. Now the barriers, I don't think need any introduction. They form a ring around him that protect him from attacks that go down to the microscopic level. They don't just protect from physical damage, as matter manipulation and even telepathy. How do you say that word? The barrier is strong enough to protect from Doomsday. Yes, the Doomsday. Now, could Booster maybe take a hit from Doomsday without the barrier? Considering the scaling, maybe. But the barrier is just a surefire way to almost implement that scaling forever, you know? Not only that, it's block blasts from Manhunters, reflected loads of projectiles, took energy blasts from the Cyborg Superman, has taken hits from people who can level dwarf stars, blah 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 blah. Survived hits from Sinestro. And the barrier has my favourite function of them all, for those who have seen Cable vs. Booster Gold, extending it around someone else and crushing them. Booster Gold can just give his barrier to someone else, which will obviously prevent your attacks from coming out if you end up trying to shoot him, or just crush you down. Booster doesn't have any of those restrictions because his suit is specifically made to harness the barrier. So anything from the guns to weapons, anything that isn't gonna get through barriers, which Booster Gold might be able to take, is null and void in this debate. He has a ring which allows him to fly, which is what lets him keep up with people like the Flash, Martian Manhunter, and Superman. And Skeet. Skeet is a little robot that he stole from the Metropolis Museum. It's an intelligent AI which has a bunch of information. And do you know what's one of its features? To counter time travel by tracking those who do it. So if you time travel, so that Mysterio medallion is actually useless. So get owned, odd person in the chat. I'm specifically calling you out here. Not only that, but the barrier has been able to affect... oh, I forget its name. Oh, an OMAC robot by erasing the programming data. So it's able to affect high-level tech and even sentient AI. Not only that, but Booster can time travel. That's one of the most notable things. That's how Booster Gold ended up in the past. But not only that, Booster has a form of BFR by sending someone through time. Of course, that's not really going to matter in this debate, but isn't it that Jonesy can only really time travel with his weapon? Or he requires certain things? He's not a natural time traveler, is he?
Well, I mean, neither is Booster.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, if any of that equipment got destroyed, there could be a BFR into the future or the past.
Yeah, for both of them, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's a lot more difficult to get rid of the guy with the barrier strong enough to hold back Doomsday. That's kind of all that Booster Gold has.
When I just teleport into the barrier.
If you teleport into the... Yeah, but the barrier can just extend around you. No, but the barrier covers your body.
When I teleport out of the barrier.
Good luck, without getting crushed, and the barrier follows you. Like I said, it affects on a microscopic level.
When I bypass the barrier.
There's only certain things that can do that, but even then, they're not strong enough to hurt Booster Gold, while Booster Gold has enough to be able to just crush them down. Jim, any certain equipment you want to bring up?
I don't think I can do as good as a job as my predecessor.
You can try, though.
Well, I don't really think there's anything else to mention that's, like, mega important.
Nothing? Wow. Is there anything in particular you want
to
bring up?
What else does Booster have other than barriers? I, like, zoned out.
Jones can phase and teleport past the barrier like his wrist. Well, sure, he can try and phase and teleport. The barrier can just, like I said, it can just be reapplied at any time. Also, did we discuss EMPs? We haven't discussed EMPs.
Okay, really quick. Does Booster just have barriers, or was there something else that I missed?
The gauntlets.
What did they do?
They shoot energy blasts.
He's just like me, for real, for real. And then how does he time travel again?
Give me a minute. Oh, he can also stop time.
Time. Huh? Thanks for the stop.
There's just certain... I'm pretty sure it's his suit that lets him stop time. I'm pretty sure. Also, the scan, I don't think I pulled it up. But this is his suit, kind of just regeneration. Jones can also bypass barriers with the Rift Gun. Probably, but the Rift Gun could also probably be just disarmed. Booster is also, prone to picking up shit that he doesn't own and using it against people.
Yeah, but I feel like that's going to be harder when Jones has such a wide variety of an arsenal to throw at him.
That's true, but also, Booster is a very, very...
No, that's not true. True is true.
The EMPs are throwable, that disable electrons for a short time and damage shields in a short AoE blast. Well, how badly is the damage to shields? Because like I said, it can take hits from fucking Doomsday. The Superman guy.
I mean, it's...
Now that I think about it, technically, Jones might just be able to break through it.
Maybe, no, because, like I said, they would both be similar, they got similar stats, but the barrier is also that. So the barrier is just another protective layer. Or a very offensive weapon. Because, like I said, the barrier can...
So, I guess I should ask, how fast is the barrier to go up?
He just kind of has it on. It's kind of as fast as he, moves.
It is just on at all times?
He usually has it on at, all times, yes. He would have to be very, stupid. And he's not. As as well. Ooh, I'm not going to say that he's not. He can be pretty stupid.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
So yeah, what about the what? So people keep mentioning the EMPs.
Yeah. I don't know if there's an amazing counter for
So-
that, but I do want to say that, at least for the EMPs, they can shut out tech and stuff, but how long are they shut down for?
If I remember correctly, it's not for like too long, but considering that both probably get into the like immeasurable speed stuff,
And out-of-versal stuff.
I'd say that it would still count as like long enough for Jones to be able to get stuff done.
Maybe, because, like, even if it
And it's not like
takes-
it's just one EMP.
Even if it's
Also, it's
taken-
not like it's just one EMP.
Yeah, that is true. I'm just trying to find if there's anything... Like, it's a very good... stupid shield. I'll say what it is, it's stupid.
Okay, wait, Odd's saying, Odd knows Fortnite, I know this from experience. They say that around like 40 seconds.
Okay, here we go. It would be enough for a Rift Gun or Boogie Bomb. Boogie Bomb on WinCon is so funny.
Booster Gold getting trapped inside the Christmas present.
Literally dances till he dies. So actual win con.
Dance till you're dead. Oh, Jones hops in the brute and destroys the meta.
Oh, I also got a... I probably also...
Oh, wait! Oh wait, so they're saying boogie bombs can operate, they go through stuff like shields.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I forgot to bring one thing up. Wave Rider. And Wave Rider's about to get fucking stupid. Wave Rider, for those who don't know, is a permanent transformation from Booster Gold's future. Which you think, that's kind of weird. What's he going to do with this? Mahuaga, save me. He will.
What?
He can, because of the full time stuff, he can just pull. You know the whole. I went to every part of the fight and grabbed myself from every second we'd be fighting. Well, there's a future version called Wave Rider that he can pull back. Yeah, Wave Rider. Anyway, can I tell you about what Wave Rider can do?
Yeah.
Wave Rider can erase timelines. So basically he's a pure matter being. He's made of chronal energy, so he's intangible and he can't be hurt by physical attacks. He can shapeshift himself into energy just in order to bypass stuff like shields. He has control over everything in the electromagnetic spectrum, so anything that uses like microwaves, ultraviolet rays, blah 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 blah. He has all knowledge on complete past and future events, and he can understand every single eventual fate. He can summon an... Okay, guys, I just read this right now. Can I just say this? I'm reading this, and I'm fucking like, what the fuck? Wave Rider is able to summon an infinite army of himself from various timelines. You're not dealing with one Wave Rider. You're dealing with all the Wave Riders. And also, you know what Wave Rider also has? Force fields. He is able to just
What's he gonna do when he gets hit with the boogie bomb, though?
pull another Wave Rider in.
What happens when he gets hit by the boogie bomb?
Drew's saying in
Pulls
the
another
chat,
Wave Rider in. Fortnite characters can harm ghosts, yeah, but that's not really the point here. The point is being able to just erase him from existence and pull an infinite number of himself.
has he not resisted existence erasure at any point from like all the guys he's fought? I don't know. That seems like it would be a possibility.
I need to see what Wave Rider has erased.
So, really quick, can I mention something? So, would we be giving Jones his snapshots?
What are the snapshots?
his different versions of him from the cycle.
So like he summons his army.
I mean, if he can like summon them, then yeah. Wait. Oh, so what exactly is Wave Rider? Wave Rider is a future version of Booster Gold when he becomes basically just pure energy that he can just pull from the future, and the thing has complete omniscience. So all knowledge of the past and all knowledge of the future, with able to time travel and spawn an infinite army of himself. He is stated to be more powerful than Booster Gold himself. I mean, like, if Booster goes down before Wave Rider is summoned, would we count that as a win for Jones? Maybe, because it also technically is Booster Gold. As stupid as Wave Rider is. He's basically a post-crisis version of Booster who transformed into a pure being.
Okay. Okay, so is it because I think I just heard that. So is it Jonesy?
What do you mean?
Like, is this character Jonesy? Or
It's
not
Agent
Jonesy,
Jones.
Booster?
Oh, well, yeah, he is Booster. He is Booster. Yes.
So would you have to kill him to kill Booster? I think is the
You would
point.
have to. Well, obviously, if this other version of Booster comes back and summons an infinite versions of himself, Booster and Wave Rider are different for this fight. Yeah, they are different, but it's not like omniscience and he can just pull him through time. I'm not arguing. Like, you could argue that they're not the same character. I'm not arguing they're the same character. If you want to argue they're different, which I would also say that they're different. It's still infinite number of Wave Riders. Yeah, but also, in that example, Wave Rider can't just be pulled or just go woo, you know? This future time travel shit is so annoying.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
What happens if Jones just like sends them all to like a different, like, can all of them, like, do they have like dimensional travel? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, it's him, so like they'd have the suit, right?
Yeah, they'd still have all of his stuff, so. Yes?
I don't know.
This is DC scaling. Save us, Peely.
I don't know if Jonesy's even going to get the real one if he's just constantly summoning alternate versions of himself.
I mean, like.
Oh yeah, he can travel across all of space and time. Yes. Yes, Wave Rider can travel across all of space and time. So yes, different dimensions do not matter. John Summers Marvel Hell's not gonna Is that technically outside help? Are summons allowed? Yeah, summons are allowed. Summons have been used in Death Battle a bunch.
Wait, summons?
I'm fighting a 7v1. You're literally telling me I'm fighting everybody right now. Me and Wave Rider. So Wave Rider can just come in and just erase, and even if he fails on the erase, he's gonna have to deal with people who are stronger than Booster Gold, with complete control over time, with all knowledge in the universe.
So, really quick, I do have a question. Would we allow Jones to go to universes that he's familiar with, or would we have it be like no outside ground at all?
I mean, like, if he can like travel, I mean, like, he can travel to different universes and stuff, I'd imagine.
It's like technically his Rift Gun can like summon people.
I mean, if you want to argue that, but also can
so it's
Jones,
them coming from a.
If he wants to summon like Marvel people and stuff, but like, would the Marvel people fight for him?
Yeah, that is true. Is it in character for them to just team up immediately?
Yeah. It is for Wave Rider, because Wave Rider is him.
People like Wolverine.
He does fight Wave Rider.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, Wolverine's not helping, little bro.
Oh yeah,
Wolverine's not helping in this debate, little bro.
I will say he does like literally, like he does get people just to work for him.
Sure.
Like it's not
like
it's something that he's something that's pretty in character for him.
But also,
like he just charisma checks.
But also, erase from existence on with infinite versions.
Well,
Also, don't forget that these versions have omniscience, so they have complete knowledge of past and future, and understand every single being's eventual fate. So if Jones not even thinks about it, if there's a version of him in the future that thinks about going through time with the Rift thing, the Wave Rider, or one of the millions of Wave Riders in the middle of the fight, no, they're gonna go, psychic blast.
Wait, I'm so confused on what Wave Rider does. Is it?
He's a much more powerful version of Booster.
What I've gathered is that Booster from the future, and he can just get summoned by the present Booster at any time.
Okay, but like, does he have telekinesis or something?
No, he
has everything.
He has existence. Right, I'll run through his powers quick. He can erase timelines just like that. He has force fields, which can do all the other Herald stuff that I mentioned before. He has complete knowledge of all past and future events and understands the history of every single thing in the multiverse, it seems. He can control every single part of the electromagnetic spectrum, which involves things like radio waves, microwaves, so the boombox, boom, that one's over. He can shapeshift into pure energy to go through force fields. He can stop time, manipulate it, speed it up. He's immune to time stop. He can send people to other timelines. Also, he can just send Jones away if he's like, oh, I'm in DC Net, boom. I'm in DC Net, boom. I'm in God Net, what? Boom. He also has unlimited time travel across time and space. And he can just pull versions of himself out as well.
Okay. So, I guess my main question would be, sorry, I'm trying to think here while the people I live with are being incredibly loud.
Can we write summon a future version of himself, which includes quite even stronger version of himself, and so on and so forth? He like pulls them from like kind of alternative timelines, so like. Yeah, maybe I should stay with but like he can just summon him though.
Okay, so is it like, so does this Booster Jones, like in the future, would Wave Rider know what's going on, or would it technically be okay?
But also, even without that, you can pull him from the future.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly we constitute as outside help here.
What do we count as a loss for Booster? Like if his present self dies?
I would say that.
Yeah, that's also a thing, because like technically, if a snapshot lives on, would that still count as Jones living on?
Probably not, right? I would say just like if their main versions die, right?
Like if present Booster died, does Wave Rider fade away, or like?
Bro, we barely we don't know much about this motherfucker.
I will say at least with Jones, like Booster Gold with his clones or whatever, those are just a bunch of Booster Golds, while Jones, like with his alternate guys.
About Wave Rider.
Sure.
Booster Gold, I forget one of his. It's like one of the appearances or whatever. Blah 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 blah. So basically he became the form of Wave Rider and then just like knew all of it.
Okay, I will say, I do feel like some of Jones's like snapshots, like I think they're more varied in abilities.
Yeah.
Due to stuff like Bunker Jonesy having precognition.
We're about to hit the hour mark, by the way.
Oh crap!
Real quick, probably the biggest thing. Does Jones have any counter to like an omniscient being?
He has defeated characters who seem to have omniscience, like the Ice King, if I remember correctly.
From Adventure Time? Oh, God, no. You stole my prize, and I see you in every infinite timeline.
Yeah. So, yeah, they beat guys like the Ice King, who has stuff like who has stuff like cosmic awareness, omniscience, and his main thing was that he collects weapons, like the most dangerous weapons and stuff from the Omniverse, and then he protects them all, and they beat him.
I don't know if that's like it helps. I don't think it's the same. Anyway, final argument. I will let you go first, but as I set up the poll, I'm going to speak to you directly, True. You can't vote on this poll because you were meant to be here.
Okay, so my argument is that I think Jones, he has so many different abilities, different weapons, different people, that all in all, he would overwhelm Booster before Booster could really like do anything to counter it, especially with stuff like amps, which would just depower him long enough for Jones to just go haywire on him. Stuff like the Rift could just spread his molecules out everywhere, just like instant kill him. And then if, depending on what we count as outside help or like what exactly we set the limitations as, he could summon other Marvel heralds and stuff like that to come help him out.
No, Germ can't vote because Germ is also now debating.
Yeah, I'm not voting.
I'm not voting.
No, Fennec, you have
Yeah,
to vote.
so
That's why you're
basically-
here.
Jones is more versatile. It has more stuff. Would overwhelm Booster before Booster could do anything, and has more ways to basically take him out before he can do anything, like I said before. Or even bring in Marvel Heralds, depending on what we use or like what we count, and just Booster is just he's not being he's not being Power Cosmic Thor.
No,
Sorry.
No Wave Rider. Okay. I'll talk a little bit.
Oh, also, I guess technically, he could bring in Peely, and if Peely dies, all of reality dies. So,
Oh, you should have mentioned that before.
So-
I would have added a vote in the poll for Peely.
Is Peely?
Peely is, and really quick, I do just want to bring up, according to the lore, Peely is the linchpin holding together all of reality.
Oh, okay. I do just.
There's nothing banana man.
Okay, I want to talk.
Why?
Now it's time for me to make my final arguments. So I want to talk about. Obviously, I'm just going to split this into kind of two parts. We start with kind of the normal booster goal, blah 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 blah. I think Jones is a double-edged sword. He has so much gear that what is Bro going to start off with? I'm not going to let Bro's not going to see. I'm not going to see what True's type in. I'm not letting Bro see. Bro, so he has so many weapons that I don't think he's going to be able to kill Booster Gold quick enough to where he doesn't pop his barrier around him. Even then, with all of these grandiose weapons, I've seen to fail to see a way of where Booster's going to end up being the one killed here. Obviously, you know, the barrier helps, but even if the barrier's destroyed, he's still physically strong enough to keep up with it. I just think that it's, you know, in a war of attrition, I feel like Booster's going to win. And then there's obviously what we count as pulling Wave Rider into the fight and having Bro spawn infinite copies of himself and ending the battle there. I will... Okay, this is interesting. The poll's been up 2 minutes. We've gotten, like, no votes. But it's a tie.
Oh.
Fennec, you now have to make the call.
There was two votes.
We had two
Oh,
votes.
crud.
Fennec,
Oh,
you
dear.
now make the call of who wins this cast.
Oh my goodness! I'm so conflicted.
Or if you,
because-
or I will say it is fair because this is a very complicated matchup. If you feel like it's a genuine stalemate, you can call it a stalemate.
Jones, I challenge you. No Wave Rider.
The Wave Rider threw a whole wrench in this that I was not expecting.
True leaving through a wrench in this I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, this whole cast has been crazy. From what I've seen, Jones seemingly has better, like, he has far better weapons and like insta wins, while Booster has like so much like stuff to overwhelm, like being able to just summon an infinite amount of himself and an infinite amount of
Wave Rider.
better versions of himself, like omniscient and can all destroying timeline.
Yeah.
What even is his comics? What is the context that causes that to happen?
Wave Rider, banana now now now. Wave Rider, banana.
I think it comes down to if you give him Wave Rider or not, and if it's outside help. Which, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I know the answer.
Yeah, that's my. I think if just I personally, I would argue just both like either of them getting Wave Rider Marvel Heralds. Like in my opinion, this is just my opinion. That would count as outside help for both, and neither would get it.
I would disagree.
But then you have Wave Rider being literally him, so
Yeah.
it's like
And a farm that he
Yeah, that
has
Wave
turned
Rider is
into.
so weird.
And it's a farm he has turned into.
Oh, why didn't you mention that?
I did. You guys just didn't pay attention.
I did. It's literally him after turning into him in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah, he also became the Wave
Okay,
Rider
wait.
in a
How
different
did he
comic.
turn into him?
I guess he just gets old. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you the real specifications around Wave Rider.
Okay, about to say because unless this is like just a transformation he has, like he's going Super Saiyan.
it was a eventual permanent transformation.
Yeah, I think just being able to summon himself is more reliable than Booster summoning random heralds that may or may not.
Do you mean
even help
Jonesy?
him.
Do you mean Jonesy summoning
I
Madam
think-
Herald?
Yeah, you mean
You
Jones?
mix them up. You mix the names up.
I've been mixing them up.
Whoops!
Oh, I won!
It's like because Jones is friends with Cap, but like is he friends with every single person? And can he just?
Actually, yeah.
Well, he's friends with some.
Like he's just
I
friends
don't
with
think
Thor.
I don't think he's friends with like everybody, but like Thor, yeah, generally.
He's
But-
friends. He's friends with people like Cyclops, Thor,
But,
Captain America,
I did.
The point that if he
Also,
Wolverine.
also, weird question. What's stopping like the Wave Rider and the main Booster Gold just sending them back to their own timelines? Like, did he?
that is true.
What do you mean sending them back to their own timeline?
So like because
They
Booster
have
Booster
instant-
Gold has control. Booster Gold can send people through time, right?
Yeah.
He just sends like the Thor through time.
Well, I mean, it's Thor.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Like,
It's Wave
I think-
Rider.
Also, even then, Jones could probably just bring Bro back.
Yeah, but not by the time that bro gets erased. But I guess that
Like
means...
it's been shown that also he can like the rifts can like go to specific points in time if I remember correctly. Like he goes specifically to when the Terminator is dying in Terminator 2 and then grabs Bro's hand.
I guess that means I opened Discord. That's the Spampton Kuma chat. My bad. But I guess that means I am today's winner.
What? No, Fennec hasn't said anything yet.
They said that Wave Rider is just has better.
They haven't said I think Booster Gold wins yet.
It is true. I just kind of. Oh my god, it's all on me now.
Remember,
I do-
you can say stalemate.
That
But
is
also,
true,
saying
but
stalemate.
that sounds kind of lame.
You yourself admitted, Fennec, that
What?
Wave Rider is a better win con.
Yeah, I think I do ultimately lean Booster winning right now. Just because
But would you give him Wave Rider?
Would I give him? It's literally him.
Okay.
So I think the argument that he gets it is fine.
Okay, okay, so cards on the table.
So did Booster win?
Booster won. Cards on the table. I won the cast.
Oh.
Okay. Would I give Bro Wave Rider? I don't know. It was in the G1 blog. The G1 blog gave him Wave Rider against Cable.
Well, I guess
I mean,
that's-
they also gave the Doctor Zagreus, so
Yeah. No, but they actually mentioned it in like the verdict and all that. Wave Rider was like an important part of the verdict. GG's. I won. Also,
to be
hang on.
fair,
Sleepy saying
it
rigged.
also-
Odd person is
it-
saying Fortnite bros, but Jones has one vote. One of you didn't vote.
I will say though, I will say at least, Booster does have like he actually has documented material like going over his stuff. Fortnite bros be Fortnite bros be trying to make their own docs.
Oh, I'm so happy that I won that. I thought I was cooked. Wave Rider.
You are.
Save me.
No Wave Rider scaling?
No Wave Rider scaling. Okay.
Panic, you'll never see the chat again.
You.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm just gonna to say thank you guys for coming along to this very weird, very last minute bonus cast. I hope you had fun watching it. I had fun debating it. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time to do Ghostbusters vs. Beetlejuice. It'll be me and Pin again, and then after that, I will probably just take a little break and have someone else do something. Thank you, first thank True for coming along. As much as he could, he really helped the cast. Thank you to Jim for kicking in and becoming the honorary Jonesy debater.
I tried.
And thank you, Fennec, for being a last-minute replacement judge.
Beck, you're getting kicks for voting against me.
Oh.
You're not, don't worry.
That's for legal reasons. That's a joke.
I was gonna say, Jim's mod after hearing this. And also, I didn't, guys, I didn't even have to bring out the fact that in the UK it is currently the next day and is my birthday. I didn't even have to bring out the fact it's my
Happy
birthday.
Can I add everyone again?
No, not after the last time. You will. Oh, I forgot! I said we are going to start the stream with Jim's public execution. We are all gathered here today for the execution of Jim. One for losing the cast, and two for picking everyone when it wasn't my birthday, when clearly I made that very clear. Any final words, Jim, before I execute you? Goodbye, Jim.